Okay, where am I now? I'm at 23. All right, I think I'm gonna see where I'm at here with this guy.
I don't know. You want to go backhanded with it?
I'll go across my body. I'm not gonna go backhand. Which way he's going? Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Got him. It is late fall and the snow is flying. I'm with my good friend John Mich, and John and I are turning back the clock. We're fishing a lake in northern Wisconsin we haven't fished in 20 years. But you know, with the cold water temperatures, the muskies have moved down the break line. It is big fish time.
The only time I've ever been here with you is this time of year, so I don't know what it looks like when it isn't like this. But we've always caught fish in the past, so I'm not sure why we wouldn't be doing it now as well.
Well, let's go troll them up and catch them.
Yep.
The Musky Hunter, brought to you by Yeti Coolers, Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, Ontario, Canada, Shimano, Power Pro, Mercury Outboards, Ranger Boats, Motor Guide, Musky Frenzy Lures, and Chaos Tackle.
Out here, you need a ride you can depend on and strength you can rely on. You need a boat that tackles the elements and handles the tackle. You need the quality and peace of mind only one brand delivers, the all-new Ranger FS Pro. It's raising the bar with more brains, more brawn, and more bragging rights. The Ranger FS Pro Series, technology that makes waves, strength that crushes them.
As musky anglers, we all plan, prepare, and are consumed in the pursuit of a trophy muskie. Skix is available with two-piece, saltwater-tested tough technology for easy storage in your boat or truck, and are designed to handle any musky lure. You can be assured you're backed by precision Shimano technology. If you fish for skis, you need these.
Almost ready, right about there. Got it. All right, check the drag. So in late fall, the fish, you know, a lot of times the muskies are going to be stacked around the break line. They're going to cruise that break line almost like a superhighway, that break line and drop off. And the key is trying to figure out where are they located. Or up on top of it, somewhere down it, or at the base of it, or sometimes they're suspended off it. And trolling is certainly the best way to go. And so what we're doing is we're covering a lot of depths from really like 15 to 30 foot of water. John's zigzagging in and out along that break line, trying to make contact with it, pull out, till we can try to find that depth of the day. And then we've got to get some confirmation, we can stick at that depth. But no matter what, we're going to continue to move up and down that break line and try to make contact with those lures in some of the deeper points or little extensions, and sometimes bouncing bottom, and once that lure comes free, triggers a strike. So one of the tools I use in the fall is wire line. And this wire line really allows me to take any crankbait and basically double the depth of the crankbait. The wire line's really heavy, and when I go slow, it sinks and it goes down. So what I can do is I can get that wire line out there, and it's gonna run really, really deep, get the bait down deeper off the break line. So it's some of the deepest baits in my set are gonna be with the wire. And between that wire sinking, a little bit different sound and vibration with that wire vibrating, sometimes it's kind of your go-to selection with your rod and your lure there, particularly if you want to bounce bottom. Okay. down.
Yep.
All right.
80.
30.
80.
80. Okay. I like that.
70.
Keep them up the right side if you can.
Okay.
A lot easier said than done.
60.
Okay. All right, turn us.
Head shake.
Cross on the other lines.
Yeah.
Don't like that. What do you got? Oh, I got
25.
This 25. I got this other board here. Okay. Please don't be in that other wire.
13.
Okay,
12. Staying down.
Okay. Up. I got him. Sketchy net job, but we got him in these kind of conditions that are brutal. Yeah, just gotta stay in the boat. Key thing.
Yeah, key thing is stay in the boat.
Stay back. All right.
Well, we got one on that wire.
Yeah, I was letting the other line out, and it was just, I couldn't hear it.
A little precarious getting out of this situation here, but.
All right.
Yeah, yeah, nice work.
Nice fish. Yeah. Beautiful.
Clean fish. Little fatty.
Climb over there to the side.
Yep. Cold water shouldn't stick around very long. Yeah.
See ya.
Quality release.
This is a Chaos Tackle round nose glider, and it is extremely effective, and I'm going to show you how I work it. But to make it most effective, you need the right rod, and I've got an 8-foot extra heavy Shimano Skix rod, and I also have a piano wire leader here. And this is a stiff piano wire leader by Stealth Tackle, and this is really important because you don't want the lure to kind of overrun the leader and cut your line, and it helps impart action on the lure. So what I do is I flip this bait out and I use my wrist or my forearm to kind of impart the action, to get that side to side gliding motion with the bait. And you can just twitch the rod tip and you'll get that side to side glide as you work the bait, just naturally. So with my wrist and forearm, you're gonna see that I'm not gonna overpower it, right? I'm just basically using taps of my rod or my wrist or forearm just to make that bait go side to side and get that action. And then I'll pause it every now and then go back to that side to side glide. But just work it in that cadence and you'll get a feel for that. And believe me, you're in a situation where fish are following or you've got tough conditions, spring, summer, or fall, the round nose glider can get it done.
The great beyond, the great below, the mystery of the unseen and the unknown. With a rod and a reel and the spirit of adventure that hangs in the salty air. To find and to fight. It's with that spirit that we design our product at Worldwide Sportsman. It's up to you to put it to the test.
At Mercury, we invested thousands of hours of engineering manpower so you can enjoy hours and hours of untapped horsepower. The V6 Mercury Pro XS. Light, quick, efficient. Mercury, go boldly. At Mercury, there are no limits to what we'll do to make sure you have no limits either. The V8 Mercury Pro XS. Light, quick, efficient. Mercury, go boldly.
As musky anglers, we all plan, prepare, and are consumed in the pursuit of a trophy muskie. Skix is available with 2-piece saltwater tested tough technology for easy storage in your boat or truck. and are designed to handle any musky lure. You can be assured you're backed by precision Shimano technology. If you fish for skis, you need these.
Introducing the all-new Tour Series, the only true cable steered trolling motor with GPS anchor. With the impact breakaway and rugged metal outer column you need, the Zero Flex metal foot pedal you want, and traditional cables that provide smooth, responsive steering. All built with the industry's most powerful lift assist system, truly universal high-definition integrated sonar imaging, and the industry's most accurate pinpoint GPS anchor. Now that's tournament grade. That's Motor Guide Tour.
Ontario, Canada. The breathtaking scenery, the incredible wildlife, the endless sunsets, and the muskies. Ontario, Canada is home to the greatest musky waters in the world, and giant muskies are awaiting your next cast. Ontario, Canada, where musky dreams come true.
Kyle Turner from Erie, Pennsylvania, caught and released this 46-inch muskie from French Creek in Pennsylvania.
One of the great things about fishing in fall is you get to fish through a myriad of weather conditions, and believe me, last night we had a blizzard. Lots of snow, water temperatures dropping, classic, beautiful late fall conditions. And I'm with my good friend John Mich, who is the sucker savant. Because not only are you an expert sucker angler, you're also someone who can get suckers, which is a really hard thing half the time. John, what do you think about all this crazy snow, water temps dropping? What's going on?
You know, perfect timing for everything. I mean, we have temperatures that are dropping. Up until a few days ago, these fish were still shallow, believe it or not. And I think they're going to be drifting onto those edges and deeper edges because the bait is moving there. So we're gonna, we're gonna get some bait balls and we're gonna see some fish in those areas, and hopefully we'll be able to connect. What I have here is a new rig put out by Stealth Tackle. It's a little different than some of the other ones. They're employing a nose clip like a lot of ones do on the market. But what they have here is they got the treble hooks teed off, and then they have an Aberdeen hook, and that's what's actually being stuck into the sucker. So you're just gonna knock a couple of scales off, and then that's got a little bend on that Aberdeen hook. And you're just piercing the skin, popping it through, and then sliding it flush. Nothing's standing out from the suckers. These rigs are really pretty stealthy. Stealthy. And then we're gonna put the rig in the rod holder. That one's down about 6 feet. It's a really good system. I've had great luck with it this fall. It's very streamlined.
Now John has this Sojourn Shimano rod with the sucker pointed up towards me, and you might think, hey, it's in my way. And yeah, maybe it is a little bit, but it's purposeful. The whole idea here is with the sucker right there, when I'm casting my jerkbait, I can really decoy or pull those fish right up to the boat and right up to that sucker. So what I do is I'm working the bait, and as it gets close to the boat, what I end up doing is taking my lure and actually dancing it right next to the sucker rod. I'm going to go back and forth here with a little bit, just in case any muskie that follows will hopefully see that sucker. If they're not going to eat my bait, we'll eat that sucker right there. So having the rod in that position is really good for decoying as you're working an edge.
Yeah. Woo!
All right, on that round nose glider. It was awesome away from the boat.
Well earned in this weather.
Oh yeah. Not a giant, but they all become giants sooner or later. Oh yeah, beautiful. All right. Hey, gorgeous. Oh, that water is cold, John. See ya. Woo. Round nose. Comes through. It's a hot color, though.
That seems like a good color.
It's a reverse lemon tail.
Yeah.
John, I keep looking over at the sonar up here, and I peep around the back, and I'm seeing bait. So do you get a lot of bait coming up these creek arms and coming up these coves as it gets really cold like this?
Yeah, you know, we're looking at 39-degree water temps right now, and you know, a week ago, these fish were still floating around on that shallow stuff that had that bait. And now that the water temperatures drop, that bait's going to shift over to the creek arms and some of these bays that have some depth. We're sitting in 10, 11 feet of water. Right over here, we got 4 feet of water, and we get these bait balls, and these fish are going to start setting up there. It's a pretty good time.
Could be a fish.
Yeah, it could be.
Oh yeah. You kind of get them going in an angle. You want them to kind of get in an angle away from you is what you're trying to do.
How much line get on?
I've got 15 feet.
Okay.
20 foot. Right here.
Do you want me to turn the nose of the boat?
I think he's going away now a little bit. Okay. 20 foot. I think I can hit him now.
All right.
Here we go. Got him. Oh, we're staying down, yeah. Like that. Oh yeah. Careful, man.
Yep. On this side?
Nope. I'll pull him towards you. I can stay down. Oh yeah. Oh! 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 That was a nice one. When you think about fall musky fishing and fall lures, you traditionally think about using big soft plastics, jerk baits, or minnow baits. But big blades, big bucktails are the way to go. In many situations, in many lakes, you can still catch them on a big blade. And why is that? Because a big blade has a big profile, right? It's a big lure, and the bigger blades slow the lure speed down. So with a big profile lure and big blades, slower speed, you can trigger more strikes. Now this is a Musky Frenzy 1012. It has a 10 Colorado and a 12 Indiana. Creates tremendous vibration. You can just crawl this thing along and it'll go several feet below the surface. If you need another fall option and you want to cover shallow cover, using a big blade, slow retrieve in the fall is the way to get it done.
The great beyond, the great below, the mystery of the unseen and the unknown. With a rod and a reel, and the spirit of adventure that hangs in the salty air. To find and to fight. It's with that spirit that we design our product at Worldwide Sportsman. It's up to you to put it to the test.
Ontario, Canada. The breathtaking scenery, the incredible wildlife, the endless sunsets, and the muskies. Ontario, Canada is home to the greatest musky waters in the world, and giant muskies are awaiting your next cast. Ontario, Canada, where musky dreams come true.
Out here, you need a ride you can depend on and strength you can rely on. You need a boat that tackles the elements and handles the tackle. You need the quality and peace of mind only one brand delivers, the all-new Ranger FS Pro. It's raising the bar with more brains, more brawn, and more bragging rights. The Ranger FS Pro Series, technology that makes waves, strength that crushes them.
At Mercury, we invested thousands of hours of engineering manpower so you can enjoy hours and hours of untapped horsepower. The V6 Mercury Pro XS. Light, quick, efficient. Mercury, go boldly. At Mercury, there are no limits to what we'll do to make sure you have no limits either. The V8 Mercury Pro XS. Light, quick, efficient. Mercury, go boldly.
It's time for the Yeti Tough Moment. In fall, as water temperatures drop, muskies roam the breaklines. Although the muskies are at their heaviest, battling the elements can be as difficult as catching them. Jim and John trolled crankbaits, cast jerkbaits, and trailed live bait on their quest for a late fall giant. Unfortunately, when they hooked the big one, it got off, leaving both Jim and John heartbroken. Now that's Yeti tough.
We're working along a break line here and throwing artificials. I'm throwing a round nose glider, and John's throwing a swim bait, and we're trailing suckers behind the boat as we're going down and working along this edge. And one of the key things is you're trying to figure out, with this colder weather, with the snow and the water temperatures dropping, how far these fish may have slid out in the break line. You know, what's that key depth? And as you're doing that, we're working really slowly. So John's going forward a little bit and stopping, and you can really watch the line on the sucker rods. As it's vertical like this, you know you're going perfect speed. If it gets too far at an angle, you go too fast. You don't want those suckers just to pull them along. You want to be able to slow down and let them swim around. So you got to make that stop, go, slowly work the break line, and try different depths until you ultimately figure out that depth of the day.
There's a fish there.
Let's see, which way? Turn the boat.
Reel up a couple of these lines, I think.
Turn the boat this way, maybe? Let me reel up. Let me
Yeah,
get the back one up. Hold on.
He's wanting to swim underneath the boat. There's only 9 feet of line out.
Turn the boat up.
Reel that one over there, Jim,
Yeah,
please.
I will.
Just got to get ourselves in good position here.
On that side.
I'm going to hit him.
Okay. Got him. Jump right in. And he's unhooked. Look at that. All right, John.
Starter model. Pretty fish, though. A lot of color to it.
Yeah, for sure.
There she goes.
Nice. When you're fishing in the fall and you're fishing suckers like we are, and you know John's doing a great job controlling the boat, making us move slow, which you have to do. a big consideration is which direction is the wind blowing. I mean, you can't fish in a big wind trying to keep the suckers vertical in this situation. It's really, really difficult, you know, from a boat control standpoint. So when you wake up in the morning, you got to think about the wind direction, what areas are more protected, what areas are going to give you the most effective boat control, where you can either be in a calm area or maybe work into the wind where you can keep those lines vertical. So you want to bring that into the equation. You can't fish your best spots every day given the wind, but if you have a lake, more than likely you can find multiple spots with fish on different wind conditions. Oh, the little guy. Did you see it? I twitched it and he just grabbed it like that, you know.
Yep.
Trade you?
Sure. A lot of line out though.
A lot of line? Yeah.
Oh, he's still running.
Yeah, he's still running.
Oh, okay.
Trying to.
Well, that could be a good fish moving to deep water.
I
I'm gonna leave you with that thought. I don't know. You want to go backhanded with it?
I'll go across my body. I'm not going to go back. Which way he's going? Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm netting foam.
Yeah.
Turn in there, would you please? Thank you. There you go.
Oh, that was fun. That was crazy. He was in, he's out.
I can't, this water is so dark.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm wearing sunglasses. Oh, my.
He did, I mean, he was like,
Yeah.
oh, look how all muscle this dude is.
Yeah, he's fat.
Oh, yeah. Look at this one. Look at that.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful Wisconsin fish. Wow. Wow. What a nice one. Awesome, awesome fish. Yeah. Yeah. So cool. In and out, but in the end, that was awesome.
Good deal.
Yeah. When the snow flies and the water temperatures drop, those muskies are gonna cruise the break line and eat suckers.
You're gonna have to.
Yeah, that was awesome. Join us next week for another big fish adventure on the Musky Hunter. Ready?
Turn in there, would you please? Thank you.
He was in, he's out. Woo! All right. I got him.
The Musky Hunter has been brought to you by these fine sponsors.
No. He dropped it. Smaller, deep running crankbaits like a depth raider or a largen. No geese.
No, those are trumpeter
A
swans.
trumpeter swans.
Yeah.
They're a trumpet. Look. Eat the sucker! What is that? Stick. Stickfish. Oh.